If you have been practicing your mid-range shot for weeks and didn't feel like you're getting any better, let me tell you a story. When I first started playing basketball, I couldn't even shot a ball past the free throw line, and this is no joke. I had 15 years on my back and I still didn't have the power or the technique to get there, and this was so frustrating. But over the time, I began to improve a little bit, like everybody else. And after some time, I finally would be able to make my first 3-point shot when practicing. After that, passed some years and I get stuck again. Then I realized some very important thing. It was not just about practicing more. And here's the thing, most of the players think that the key to fix their mid-range shots is just getting more reps. Practicing makes perfect, right? But that's wrong. Well, kind of. If your form or mechanics are off, every single shot that you're going to take is going to reinforce those bad habits. So you're just getting better at shooting in the wrong way. Also, this way you do not train yourself to handle the pressure and the moments in the real games. So, how do you fix that? Today, I'm going to break down the most common mid-range mistakes that you could be doing and how to fix them using the same methods that helped me to turn my own jump shot around. So let's get started. Let me paint you a picture. You are wide open, with the ball in your hands, and instead of taking your time, you rush the shot because you are worried about the defender closing. This sounds familiar? When you rush your shot, your balance is going to be off and your form falls apart. And more often than not, you will miss that shot. And I only stopped rushing my shots when I put this in my head. I started thinking of my shot as a routine. Sure, shooting quickly is very important, but only when I take the time that I know that I need to take to shoot the ball correctly. Just shooting in this way that I have a slightly chance to score. So instead of panicking, I would focus on doing the mechanics that I learned and I mastered, finding my rhythm and shooting with confidence. You can't hit a shot if you're not shooting with control. And if this means that you will get untested, maybe the problem are other things that we are going to cover from this video. Also, try practicing drills in game speed. Over the time, shooting in that speed will become natural, and when the game comes, you are already playing on that speed, so it will be way much easier to adapt while you train to the game. But rushing is just a tiny mistake. Sometimes you will not even get the chance to have a good chance to shoot because you are self-sabotaging. Here's the truth. You can have a perfect form above the wrist, like the set point, kite hand, and etc. But if your feet are out of sync, your shot's going to fall apart. Poor footwork is like building a house on sand. For a long time, I didn't pay much attention to my feet. But when I started focusing on consistent footwork placement and I had implemented mechanics to help there, my balance improved, and because of that, my shot felt smoother and I become a more consistent and better shooter. So here what you should do. Train the two main footworks, that is the 1-2 and the hop, and also implement mechanics on below the hips, like the foot rotation, feet placement, how much you should squat, how much power you should jump. I did video about all those mechanics in my channel, but if you want a similar video talking about those things, comment below and I will instantly do it. But footwork is also not everything. There is a mistake that most people overlook, but is the most crucial one here to fix. When I first started working on my mid-range, I didn't realize how much my kite hand was messing the things up. Instead of simply guiding the ball like you should do, I was flicking it, adding spin and throwing off my accuracy. And I'm not alone here. This is one, if not the one, most common mistake that I see, not only in the mid-range, but in 3-point shots and in just shooting. So, here's what worked for me to fix my gut. I practicing shooting with a coin between my thumb and my pointing finger, or at least I was imagining a coin there. It felt awkward at first, but it forced me to really rely entirely on my shooting hand while keeping my guide hand steady. Over time, I developed my guide hand in the right form, and because of that, I increased my consistency and accuracy of my shot. Another thing is to record yourself and watch your guide hand. Sometimes you won't even realize that you're flicking the ball until you see it for yourself. So record a video, put it in slow motion, and see if you're doing that right. Even the tiniest flick could be a very bad mistake in the future. But even with perfect mechanics, you can still be shooting very bad if you're not making smart decisions on the court. Here's the hard truth. Not every shot is a good shot. Taking heavily contested, off-balance jumpers or shooting from spots that you haven't practiced isn't just a low percentage, it's setting yourself up to failure. When you do those kind of shots, everyone sees that, and especially your coach. So, if you shoot 10 out of 10 shots in bad locations for yourself, your coach is going to bench you. So, be strategic. Focus on high percentage areas that you practice and know everything about that, like the elbows, the wings, and the corners. If the defense is tight, don't force it. Use pump fakes, jabs, steps, and create space. Sometimes the best shot is the one that you don't think, because in that way you can pass, you can dribble, making able for the team and yourself to find a better shot. And if you can read the defense and go to the right places, you are going to be in a better position to shoot than before. Just keep in mind that this is not about shooting less. Try to shoot as more as you can possibly do in a game. Just don't do bad shots. So, there you have it. The 4 more common mistakes they might be holding you back, and more importantly, how you can fix them. Start focusing on one mistake at a time. Nail the fundamentals and watch yourself becoming a better shooter. If this video helped you out, make sure to subscribe for more basketball tips and breakdowns. If you are still interested in learning more about how to be a better shooter in the mid-range, in the screen is appearing another video on the topic. If you like this video, I'm sure they will like this one too. I hope that I helped you on this journey, and I will see you next time.